But see, Jason, that both sides. That go for both sides.
No, but I'm trying to say, I'm telling you that the man catch it worse than the woman.
I need a minute, let me take a second. I'm trying to utilize my mind, it is my lethal weapon.
Okay, listen, I'm
not saying that it's 50-50. It's not 50-50.
No, I'm not saying that either.
We get it worse than the women do.
But then you got a lot of women, I'm gonna just say, like myself, I done raised 2 kids by myself with not a nothing. Mm-hmm. Nothing. He got it easy. He's out here living his best life. Both, yeah.
She never put on child
support. Go to the club, they go hang out, they go do this, that, ball out, and
so you never put on child support.
I ain't never got child support. One time, like $25 a month. What the hell's $25 a month? Nothing. You keep that. Like, don't even that piss me off more than like. Don't even send me $25.
With my situation, he ended up like when we broke up. I got a letter from court for joint custody. That's how he ended up on child support. So when I did a counterclaim, they was like, okay, so would you want to put him on child support? And that's how that started. That's how he ended up on child support. Mm-hmm. He wasn't a person that I can actually depend on when my daughter needed something. So we've been in and out of court. Like he the one that always been taking me to court, like to try to lower child support. He wanted modified. He had it down to now like $200. My daughter is in yes.
That ain't nothing.
And my daughter 18, so I know he's excited about that. But they sent me a letter, because I still have New Jersey child support. So I can actually put in a letter, fill out the form and request that he stay on child support and have her under his medical up to the age of 23.
Okay.
Now I would Jason would be upset about that, but my thing is because I felt like I did everything. Now I'm a very like I will actually go half with you. Like if he was doing what he's supposed to be doing, then I wouldn't have no issue.
And that's something I was going to ask you. Now, if the man doing his due diligence, and handling his business, he paying his $200. Let's say he paying $200 a month, right? But he on the back end making sure he's taking care of things, and you don't have to ask for. See, then there would be
no issue,
right?
Even if you was just showing up to a play or something, just be supportive of your child. That's support. Right. That's what I mean. Like it don't always have to be financial. To me, anyway, it don't always have to be financial, because we can make it work and find a way. But because of that situation, like for instance, he have her under medical and I have her under my dental. My daughter had braces. So I paid for her braces. That was like almost $4,000. Medical, her copay is $20. You don't even pay that. The bill is coming to me. Like, I don't think that's fair. Like, meet me halfway. That's what I mean by meeting me halfway. Like, you could at least pay her copay since she's under your insurance versus me paying almost $4,000 for her braces, and she's on my dental plan, So, but that's the situation that, I experienced during the time my child up to her 18 years. So, the best part about that is I didn't have to be a mediator anymore. Because I don't have to call him, she could call, what I'm saying, talk to him and say, hey, I need this, I need that. And that's between them now,
Right. I'll tell you, right.
And so any child support that I get now, because, which I could still keep because she's still under my roof. But what I'm doing is actually transferring into her account now. I don't even touch it no more.
Right.
Because she's about to go to college. She's going to have to figure out life. So she can have that $200. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, so the thing is too. Go ahead, Ms. Jen.
But assessing the child's needs is like, is a big thing because hell, I was working. That's what I started doing last year. It's like I worked at the hospital Monday through Friday, 7 to 3:30. Then leave from like downtown, drive all the way to a whole nother city, pick up my son, take him back downtown to do lessons. He did all that AAU ball, all that kind of stuff. And and at the time it's like, damn, like this stuff is expensive, but then they also say pay now or pay later. Like keep these kids busy so they don't get in trouble.
Right.
A lot of but all that extracurricular stuff costs,
Right, for sure.
And then I missed out raising. I'm not gonna I raised my kids, but I feel like I still kind of missed out on some stuff because I was either at work or running them around. Like we didn't get a lot of quality time other than in the car. I'm either at work or driving them places, So there's a lot of other stuff that could be taken into consideration, but
hey, well, not trying to put your business out there. You got a college athlete now, so all that work pays off.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna go right. He be taking care of you then.
Yeah.
Yeah. He gonna open up your own eyelash company.
Sure.
Hey, one time, yeah, for real. One time, she got on me, because I felt like she was being hard. The same one that's in college, I felt like she was being hard on him. She checked me. She was like, hey, you don't understand. Like, I'm not gonna waste my time, having him play basketball and he's not putting forth the effort. And I'm making all these trips and making all this effort to make sure he doesn't lacking it. You don't get it. And now at this time I had a kid, so I didn't understand. So she, and all those, whether it was arguments and pushing and stuff, it paid off. She did that. She did that. Yeah. That's big. I had to learn that.
Tell you how you do something with kids and they ain't got no
when
kids.
You became a parent.
Yeah.
I used to cuss people out like, motherfucker, you ain't got no kids. How you gonna tell me how to raise my child? How you gonna tell me how to do that?
Because every person that's ever criticized me being a parent, once they became a parent, then all of a sudden they're like, damn, I don't know how you did it now.
Right.
How did you do that? Whenever back then they were like, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. But I'm like, okay, if I gotta cut down our grocery bill to a whole bunch of rice and potatoes to make sure that I got all your stuff, then yeah, you're gonna do right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got to sacrifice, man. I find myself doing that a lot. Like I make sure to my kids straight before I am. That's why y'all think I be walking around with slippers all the time? I be buying no shoes.
Oh yeah, trust me. Oh yeah.
And I to this day I keep looking back on it like, how did I get through this? Because when my daughter was a toddler, I was doing 2 jobs and I was going to school, and I still can't figure out how I did that. Then there's been times where I like Jason said, he wearing flip-flops and stuff. My daughter is a representation of me. As long as she look good, I will always look good. That's how I always said it. You know what I'm saying? I could be in some ran down sneakers or something like that. I still look good because my daughter look good. You know what I'm saying? She's like I said, she's a representation of me, and that's as long as she's straight.
I respect that so much. Somebody big props. I really do respect that highly.
My mouth. I ain't care. If I catch somebody, I know they out there looking fly. When their kids looking bummy, I'm gonna put them I'm gonna put their ass on blast, bro.
Right.
Yeah, you got to. The hardest battle for me was when I first came to Texas. It was just me and Ava. That was the hardest. That was tough. That was so tough. I lost so much time, like at work, having to take off, and I got my butt kicked. Between being in Oklahoma and being in South Carolina, I had support. I had a little, but when I came to Texas, like I had
single dad.
Single, yeah,
from home.
That oh man, I don't know how. When I think back on it, I don't know how I did it. Now I was paying a lady to take Ava to school. This was like $100. I think it was like $120 a week.
Yeah.
Trying to pay bills. I mean, I had a whole house and doing all these things, and I'm like, man, when I think back, I'm like, I don't know, but my checking account was like on point. My savings was on point. Like my money never it wasn't lagging, and I was paying for an after school program that was $250 a week. And I said, man, that got to be God, because there ain't no way my money never it never got crazy, and like it was like I was still
stop trying to brag because you ain't got to pay state taxes, man. Nobody care about you,
man. Oh man,
hey, must be nice, boy. Must be nice.
Yeah, whatever.
But nah, that's all good though, man. Like, hey, sure. You always been a good father, man. So I know your daughter gonna be straight. But it's crazy when you say like, did you know the lady that took her to school?
No, man. So I have to do some research and background. So here in Texas, I don't know if they got it in other states. They got this thing called City Sitter.
Mm-hmm.
You go on the app and you can check their background, all that stuff. So the reason why I chose her, number one, she was married. Okay, so she got a husband, and she had 2 other kids. Her husband, he was in the military, and she was a stay-at-home mom. And just reading the background, they were like, I don't know, 25, 26, so and it felt right. So that would make me,
it's just scary to me. I mean, I know you gotta do what you gotta do, man, but
yeah, it was. Trust me, I was skeptical at first, but me working first shift, bro, I'm like, okay, I gotta get to work at 5:30 every morning. So I was dropping Ava off to this woman's house at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
It was rough. Yeah. I mean, Ava was so much younger than she is now. I mean, she had to have been 6 years old. So yeah, that meant we had to go to bed extremely early, and us getting up 4:30 in the morning, that was normal for us, but that's something me and her had to deal with, to get through the day,
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You know how bad I am with my timing.
Oh yeah, trust me, we know.
But when it came but when it came to Ava and stuff, like I knew I had to be on time. I mean, there was no question, but I always say that I wish I had a kid when I was younger because I would have been so far ahead. I felt like I was far behind in life until I had Ava. I wish I had a kid. For real, like I wish I had a kid when I was 19 or 20. I'm for real. I ain't lying.
Shit.
I'm telling you, man.
That's too early, man.
When I think back on things I wish I did, it would have financially made me more focused.
Yeah.
Financially, I would have been ahead of the game. I would have had a house by 25.
How old was you when you had Ava?
I was 30.
Damn.
30 years.
How old were you when you had your kid?
Just turned 30.
Huh?
How old was you when you
Man, that's none of your business, man.
My shoot. I was a statistic. I'll just say that. Oklahoma was #1 in the nation for teen pregnancies that year.
Oh man, sure. Why y'all ashamed of that for? What you ashamed for?
Huh?
You ashamed?
I was for a long time, but I don't ever usually just volunteer it, but if it comes out, it comes out.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it's nothing to be ashamed about because
I ain't ashamed of nothing. I don't give a damn. It'd be
the turnout is what's what mothers have to look at. You have mothers that were young and they had their kids. To me, it's always the turnout. It's not when you had that child. You're gonna go through some struggles. The parents gonna probably be resentful, like, God damn, whatever. But to me, the biggest thing is the turnout of how those kids turned out.
Right.
Period.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I'm not even gonna lie. I was super mad when I was younger, because you see all these people out here doing the most, nothing happens, and here I am, like trying to be a little straight A student, do this, do that, and then get a boyfriend, did what everybody else was doing, and I got pregnant, and I was like, oh my God. And then, but I was very bitter when I was younger about it for a long time, but then I know it was God because I know I wouldn't be where I'm at right now if I wouldn't have had my kids so young.
Yeah.
And another thing, back in the day, like our grandmother, great grandmothers, they had kids started off when they was like, maybe 13, 14, maybe. I know my grandmother was 15, I think, when she had my father.
Right.
You know, that was her firstborn. So might as well say they was growing up together, you know. But today, if a female have more than maybe 4 kids, is like,
damn son.
Now, would a guy really talk to that female because she had like multiple kids? You know, versus back in the day, that was the thing.
Twan, we did a girl with 5 kids, Twan?
I really gotta like her. There's got to be something about her. You know what I mean? For real. I love one thing about me, man. It's the person. I mean, if you like being around people and like, you know, an active household, which I love that. You know, I invite that. I love people around me. I don't like a quiet home. I don't.
Man, the thing is, would you,
quiet,
when you first, like, let's say you have your little meet and greet, you know, you go out on your first date with the female and y'all, you know, exchanging information. She said, well, I got like 6 kids. Do it stop there or you going to get to know her?
Oh, no, still going to get to know her.
Okay.
Let me throw a wrench in there real quick, because this was, I'm gonna throw a wrench in there because this happened to me a long time ago, right? So I had to make sure I say that because I don't hear my wife's mouth. Oh, but it's like, so it was like the point where me and this woman went out, and she always said she needed somebody to help take care of her and her kids. That just fucked everything up right there. Like, eventually, if you date somebody for the first time, eventually
never say that.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's gonna come to that. It's gonna be, you know, y'all vibing, eventually y'all love each other, boom, boom, boom. That's gonna come with the package deal. But once you keep saying stuff like that, it's like,
well, see, part of the woman game, like, you know, like what was mentioned before. You know, part of our game is telling the truth, right? That's the greatest game a guy can have, telling the truth. But when it comes to a woman, you got multiple kids. The greatest game is to not even mention that about, well, I need help taking care of my household. Don't ever mention that, because that's going to come. Because when someone is with you, man, that's going to happen automatic.
Right.
You let someone know that. See, that's when it gives them an impression of, man, you just with me because of this, or because I'm
trying
capable
to find help.
Right. You know, that the help is within the fact that I love this woman, or I admire her. Like, this my wife right here. Like, I'm gonna do everything I can to make sure I handle my business with her and hers. You know, you ain't got to say nothing. I feel like a woman you don't have to say much. You know, that's when you know when a guy is for you. When you don't have to ask for much. If you gotta, you know, damn near direct him on every account, you know, keep him from getting in trouble, tell him, hey, you need to maintain your job. You need to maintain. When you gotta keep explaining, saying this, saying that, you know, no.
Yeah, you gotta keep saying it, but eventually you're gonna say at least once or twice sometime.
Yeah.
Because then, I mean, you know, us men ain't perfect, man. I had a lot of work on myself, sir. You know.
And then men are always like, can't read your mind. Like, oh
yeah, hell no, we can't. We walking there, you
y'all
sitting there.
Wanna...
that pisses me off, bro.
Yeah, y'all can't read our minds, but then if we say something, then we nagging. It's like we gotta find a little line to walk.
Making noise. Then what's wrong with you? Well, that shit pisses me off, yo. I'm not a mind reader.
Because you don't want to hear. Because honestly, we do that because you don't want to hear what we have to say.
But still, let us
so we avoid the whole situation, because if we say what we want to say, then you'll have an attitude, and then it's still gonna be off.
Listen.
I'd rather someone say something to me
for 2 weeks.
I'd rather you say whatever it is. I'd rather
it for 2 weeks. Avoid it for a month, then you say it. You could have saved an argument a month ago.
If I ain't bringing it up right then and there, I'm not gonna bring it up later on down the
line. Right, for sure.
Yeah, but I mean, it's been done to me, but you know. It was the guy that did that to me. So, but I'm like, okay, so if you had the problem, you should have brought it up right then and there instead of waiting for, you know, me to say something to you about something, and then you try to say something back to me about, well, you did this a couple of months ago. I'm like,
so
I'm
fixing
it up right then and there.
Right. Well, I'm fixing to get real graphic here. Now, if you sleeping with a guy and he got a limp going on, would you tell him that right on the spot? Would you let him know?
Sleep with a guy and he has a limp going on.
A limp
going on. Yeah.
Oh, not in his leg.
Not in the leg, the third leg.
Oh, okay. Now say that again.
I don't get it.
Would you let him know?
If you're sleeping with if you've been with him, if y'all are sleeping together, y'all should be comfortable enough to say something. Whatever.
But immediately? Would you say something immediately? Like,
I'd be like, you on blood pressure meds? Is your heart okay?
See? But you ain't being direct.
Okay, so me personally, I would give it a second chance just to confirm.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, first time computers, nervousness. Right.
So I could you get a pass for the first time, but the second time you'd be like, I probably wouldn't say nothing. I probably just disappear. I don't know.
Really? Why?
See, that's why I asked that question. That right there. Okay, that's the reason why I asked that question.
How do you want to try to fix it, or you just dip off?
Like if it's early on people have sex probably the first date, sometimes, but it's like depends on the time frame, how long you've been talking to this person.
Yeah, well, we talked to him and you were like,
I would let him know. I would definitely let him know.
Hey, but Jason, Jason, that's a double-edged sword we're dealing with here, because us fellas got a responsibility.
That's what we were last time, like y'all's egos. Like if we fuck up y'all's ego, it's like.
But
how would you help
Jay?
You wouldn't help him? You just let him think.
No,
I would. If I like him a lot, I would definitely.
Hey, but Jason, you got to be careful with this now. I just thought about this just now. That's just like if
you had
somebody from first time,
it was dry.
Either dry,
right.
If you dry like baby powder, is.
You got to bring it up.
You got to bring it up. But see, we struggle with that too. Yeah, I've never been through nothing like that. I'm just saying.
No, I don't know. I think
it smells horrible.
No, I'm using my intelligence.
I'll just fuck with you.
No, on real shit. I'm using my intelligence.
Using your what?
I don't know. My intelligence, my common sense.
Intelligence. What the fuck is intelligence, man?
No, intelligence. Oh man. I don't know. I need to get a new mic, man. This mic ain't,
You get a new internet service. The fuck you need?
Giving me clarity. Yeah, it's the internet service. Can you hear me clearly? Can y'all hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Now.
Okay.
Yeah, right now we can to you.
You try to lip read it for a second at one point.
Look at him, froze again. Look at him. God damn.
I just took a screenshot.
I got nothing to say. Man, he's laughing and it ain't moving.
He disappeared. Yo, he's a magician.
Motherfucker on doing magic tricks and shit.
I'm out here screaming out, let's get it with fuck it, whoever. You should've known from the beginning to focus on cheddar. But I was going off medicine and almost made irrelevant. Just take me out my element, so I won't speak on this again.